Willkommen zu einer neuen Folge L.A Noire. Wie ihr seht, wir sind hier in diesem Haus von der Mrs. Patterson, deren Mann von einem Auto umgefahren wurde.
We wanted to give you the facts about the accident, ma'am.
Ja.
I appreciate that, but I think I know most of them already, Detective. He was hit by a car, now he's dead. What more is there to tell?
Pardon me, but you don't appear to be too upset about it.
Nee, weil sie jetzt auch nicht Geld gekriegt hat.
Furlough in 44. We got married that weekend. People don't understand it now, but that happened a lot back then.
I see. So you probably did well to stick together this long.
What's that supposed to mean, mister? I think it's about time you left. I have someone here, and
Beg your pardon? You're gonna have to run that one by us again, sister.
It's okay, Lorna. I'm Leroy Sabo.
Well, well. Nice to see you're comforting the grieving widow, Mr. Sabo.
All right, wise guy. Do you have any intelligent questions you would like me to answer?
You can confirm Mrs. Patterson's story.
Lester lost at cards. He was kind of hard to control when he lost his temper. He turned without looking and walked right out in front of the car. It wasn't good.
What's your relationship with Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Sabo?
We're friends. Good friends.
You expect me to believe that?
Look, I was filing for divorce. Mental cruelty. Lester could be a mean son of a bitch.
And Lester knew about that?
No, I hadn't told him.
Well, hasn't this worked out well for the two of you? I feel almost bad for busting in on this little rendezvous.
How did the car come to hit Lester?
He walked straight into the path of an oncoming car.
You
expect me to believe that, Lorna? It's all very convenient.
Gambling for Lester was like the needle for a hophead. He was yelling at me, he was yelling at the whole world. I kind of felt sorry for the driver. Poor guy had no chance.
You were arguing in the bar and on the sidewalk.
We were always arguing. So what?
Die weiß es schon wieder nicht.
Admit it, you were baiting him, pushing his buttons. We can easily get the full story from the regulars in the bar.
All right. Lester was playing cards out back. He lost, of course, and wanted back in. He suggested I earn the money on my back to get a mistake. That was the proposition he was putting to his so-called buddies. So maybe I was a little angrier than usual. Let's just say I took exception to his idea.
Ja, also...
The bartender said that you and Leroy were planning to go into business together. Can you explain how you'll get the money to do that?
I have a little money saved away.
You're being economical with the truth, Lorna.
You want to back that up, little man?
You increased the premium on Lester's life insurance. GI insurance policies have a $10,000 payout.
It was Leroy's idea. Lester lived on the edge. He was always getting into fights, crap games, pinochle, you name it. Turns out it was good advice.
It speaks to motive and premeditation, Lorna.
You're forgetting the hit and run, Detective.
You and Mr. Sabo have an interesting day.
Oh.
I'm sure we will, officer. Now, if you could both just leave.
We're leaving, ma'am. Sorry for your loss. I can see what a tough time you're having with all this. Come on, Phelps. Let's make ourselves scarce.
I'm out of here, Lorna. I got a business to run.
You think Mal is done with the autopsy? Better call it in and check, Phelps. Between the driver and the widow, I say we start dealing with the
Na dann
facts.
rufen wir mal an. Also wenn man so eine Frau hat... Ne?
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Just one detective from the coroner. Message reads, Phelps, see me at Central Morgue immediately. Results of the Patterson autopsy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Gut, dann reden wir mal mit dem Gerichtsmediziner. Müsste ich jetzt selbst fahren? Aha.
You're behind the wheel. And
Wir
where
fahren
exactly are we going?
Leichenschauhaus. Los geht's! Also wenn man so eine Frau hat, ne, dann wundert mich echt gar nichts mehr. Dann würde mich auch nicht wundern, wenn da irgendwo Gift im Alkohol drin war und sonstigen Scheiß. Oder was meint ihr? Oh, Leichenschauhaus. 4:54 Uhr. Wie spät war denn das, als wir losgefahren sind? Auf jeden Fall erstmal da rein, da. Wo müssen wir denn hin? Ne, das anscheinend nicht. Kann ja nur das hier
We
sein.
can put the driver in front of a judge in less than a week.
You'd be making a big mistake. Run that by me again?
The victim was dead before the car hit him. 2 puncture wounds to the right side of the thorax. Second puncture reached his heart.
You're kidding me.
Been doing this job 23 years, son. No one's ever laughed at one of my jokes.
He was stabbed to death?
Long, sharp knife, length of a bayonet.
So the hit and run was a cover-up.
I'd say he was stabbed twice at very close quarters. Both wounds thrusting upwards and then pushed in front of the car.
Easy, Tiger.
Clever, really. I almost missed it. The trajectory of the wounds was all wrong if he was impaled by the hood ornament. Find the knife, detectives.
Yes, sir.
It all comes
Okay,
back
also wir
to the
suchen jetzt ein
crime.
Messer.
We need to hit Ray's one more time and trial for evidence.
Nun denn, also,
You can drive. Do we
zum
know where we're
Race Café
going?
und ein Messer suchen. Wir hätten doch den Krankenwagen nehmen können. Krankenwagen wäre auch mal cool gekommen. Wir suchen ein langes Messer. Okay, wir waren jetzt 5 Minuten entfernt von dem Teil. Wahrscheinlich das hier hinten, das Messer wetten. Mein Gott, was für ein Zufall.
I'm sure Carruthers will confirm this as the murder weapon. Let's talk to Leroy. See him explain his way out of this.
Okay. Das ging ja fix.
Leroy Sabo, you're under arrest for the murder of Lester Patterson.
Not gonna happen, fellas. Go! I'll bring the car around and head him off. It's too late, Sabo.
Da läuft er lang. Dran denken, er hat eine Pistole.
Sabo, stop or I will shoot.
Denk dran, er hat eine Pistole, Jüngchen. Schrotflinte, um genau zu sehen. Boah, Kopfführung.
For the roof, Cole. The fire escape, quick!
Zurück da. Ach, das war auch wieder knapp.
Lester could be a heel, but that's a lousy refrain.
Nein! Okay, also müssen wir auf ihn schießen. Erschießen, anschießen, durchschießen, pulverisieren, sieben. Hätte es nicht gereicht, ihn einfach mal ins Gesicht zu schlagen, damit er die Waffe fallen lässt?
Go!
Okay. Oh, nein.
I'll bring the car around and head him
Wir
off.
können auch hier so rum abkürzen.
It's too late, Sabo.
Komm schon, Jüngchen. Boah, renn nicht so schnell.
Salvo, stop or I will shoot. He's making for the roof, Cole. The fire escape, quick!
Warum wollen die immer alle nach oben? Oben sitzen sie doch immer fest. Ich verstehe das nicht. Ein Schuss daneben. Daneben.
You look spooked, Phelps. I thought you'd been under fire before.
It never gets any easier, Bukowski. Have patrol pick up Mrs. Patterson.
So, I give you a hit and run, you bring me back fraud, conspiracy, and first-degree murder. This is how a good detective operates, Phelps. You take nothing at face value. You keep digging and asking questions until you get to the truth. You got some sharp elbows on you, Detective. I like that. Keep up the good work.
Ja, ich würde mal sagen, läuft. Tja. Und damit haben wir diesen Part auch wieder abgeschlossen. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst einen Daumen hoch da oder ein Abo und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge wieder bei L.A Noire. Bis dann.